What is up, my Raider Battle Buddy friends? Starter rares? They're not garbage. They're solid champs with their own playstyle, and I'm here to prove it. Today, we're breaking down one of the 4 starters, Galek. I'll cover everything you need to know, how to build him, how strong he is in different game modes, what his core strengths are, and how useful he can be for both new players and veterans. It's okay to take notes, and stick around because I'll show you how to grab free epics and legendaries to make your start easy. Let's get into it. Galek is a strong champion on his own, but if you back him up with a couple of solid teammates, his effectiveness skyrockets. Let me show you how. Check the description below, that's where the best link is waiting. With that registration link, you can pick up an excellent epic support, Rector Draft, and a strong debuffer, Thane. On top of that, you'll get extra resources to push your account forward. Register and claim them while you can. Playing on a PC, you need to register and download the game directly. Playing on a mobile phone, well, it's even simpler. First, you land on the bonus page, then just hit the 1 button and it will take you straight to the App Store or Google Play to download the game on your device. After you finish the tutorial and do the tutorial, grab Galek and keep an eye on your inbox. After a little while, you'll receive the champion Rector Draft through the mail. Then, once your account reaches level 25, you'll unlock Thane as well. Next, you're going to grab your first legendary using a promo code and pick it based on what your account actually needs. Ud King gets you a legendary tank. Ultimate Death Knight, insanely strong for survivability and progression. Demon Slayer unlocks Tholen Foulbeard. Cool look, and a pure damage dealer and a super versatile pick that works in pretty much every game mode at any stage of the game. Your second top tier legendary comes after 7 days of play, show up every day, and you'll also get an armor set, extra resources, and the awesome Xenomorph. He's a top-tier poisoner for any PvE content and is widely considered overpowered in PvE, especially for new players. After snagging up that collaboration legendary, the new player rewards event gives you even more epics, 2 more, Shaman and Jizzo, plus 2 powerful gear sets. Make sure you claim everything you see. It all adds up for your progress. As you can see, I wasn't lying. This is an excellent bonus pack that you definitely don't want to miss. Grab it while you can because these offers are temporary and you won't always get a chance to scoop up so many valuable rewards. I'm in this for you. Now let's get straight to the main hero of this video, Galek. What can he do and how should you build him? Hey, let's start by taking a look at his skills. A1 strikes an enemy twice. When upgraded, the damage goes up 25%. A2 hits all enemies with an extra 15% chance to crit and also grants himself a speed buff. When upgraded, the damage increases by 25%. A3 attacks 4 random targets and places a defense down debuff. If the enemy is already under 2 debuffs, he applies a stronger 60% defense down instead. Look, upgrading this skill boosts the debuff chance by 10% and the damage by 20%. Aura. As a starter champ, Galek also brings an aura that increases allies' HP by 15% in all battles. Kinda handy. Overall, you can go ahead and max out his skills with skill tomes. You'll be getting plenty of rares, so don't be afraid to invest. His kit is actually solid, he's self-sufficient, dishes out good damage, and from experience, I can say he's more than worth using. By the way, you'll also want to give the Phantom Touch Blessing. It boosts his damage and makes him stronger in any game mode. Getting his soul early on won't be easy, so you'll have to put in some playtime before that's possible. Play on! Now, looking at his skills and his role as a champion, you need to gear him in a way that pushes his effectiveness above average. Pay attention, don't be afraid to take notes. For Galek, there are a few key stats that really boost his damage output. Attack. This is his base. The higher, the better for him. HP. Give him a little extra survivability, but don't overdo it. But a minimum is useful. Speed. Aim for around 200 to keep him moving fast. Accuracy needed for his debuffs, around 200 to 250 depending on the content you're tackling. Crit rate, very important. You got to push it to at least 75%. Ideally, you get this to 100%. Crit damage. Shoot for about 200% to really maximize his hits. So what gear should you actually put on him at the start? Early on, you'll mainly have attack and HP sets, and that's exactly what you should use. They give a solid base boost and do the job just fine. From daily logins and various events, You'll slowly collect pieces of better sets bit by bit. You'll get Perception from the Xenomorph collaboration, and later on you'll also unlock Lifesteal and Retaliation sets from other events after that. You're playing on, and once you gathered the right pieces, the go-to setup is a 4-piece Lifesteal set combined with a speed set. This build gives Galek great sustain by healing him off the damage he deals while keeping him fast enough to stay ahead of the fight. As you progress further, start upgrading the rarity and rank of his gear. The best combo is to keep Savage and add Perception. Just don't forget to maintain your stat priorities and be ready, because that's going to cost you thousands of energy. Galek also performs well in the arena. For him, the ideal sets here are Savage and Cruel, perfect for ignoring enemy defense. Since most arena opponents are heavily armored, this setup lets you cut through and counter them more effectively. For accessories, go with these: Ring, Attack, Amulet, Crit Damage, Banner, Speed. His debuffs aren't that impactful once you hit mid-game, so you don't really need to worry about stacking accuracy too much. Now hey, let's take a look at the masteries. There's some flexibility in the path you choose depending on which stage of the game you're in. First up, the Universal PvE Mastery build. This setup works pretty much everywhere and doesn't specialize in anything particular, but it's safe to take. The key thing to remember is that Galek is still a rare champion, so he has a ceiling. No matter how you gear him, he won't scale beyond that limit. The second build is PvP focused. This setup is all about keeping Galek alive while still dealing heavy damage, making it the top choice if you want to run him in the arena. My friend, if that's your plan, this is the way to build him. Got other ideas or favorite setups? Drop them in the comments. Don't you worry, I didn't forget about Relics. You'll unlock them around level 50, but I still think it's important to show you the ones that work best for Galek. Malefic Talent gives you a 10% damage boost. Now, I know it's not huge on its own, but when added to your overall build, it's a solid bump in power. Outside of that, there really aren't many good options for him. Galek's only got 2 debuffs, and both are tied to his A3 with 5-turn cooldown, so there isn't much to choose from. And let's be real, no one's going to waste a mythic or legendary artifacts on a rare champion. We've leveled him up, geared him properly, and pushed his power to this point. Now it's time to throw him into a battle and see what he can really do. Alright then, campaign and dungeons. Here's the trick. Keep an eye on the number of debuffs on enemies. If there are more than 2, Galek will land his defense down. Simple as that. He clears campaign stages quickly, and against most dungeon bosses, he does his job as a reliable damage dealer. Arena. In a Savage set with full buffs, Galek can one-shot enemies and tear through huge chunks of HP. The catch is that this works mainly in Bronze and Silver leagues. Beyond that, opponents get much tougher, and investing heavily into Galek just isn't worth it. Keep your cash. Clan Boss. For testing, I ran him in a team with a Poisoner and an HP burn. Galek doesn't put out as much damage as the main debuffers, but he still does solid work by keeping the boss under defense down. It's not flashy, but it's reliable support for your damage dealers. Galek is a good champion, stable, reliable, and consistent with his buffs and debuffs. But let's be clear, he's not an outstanding rare. He's no corpulent cadaver, and he's certainly not a cold heart. He's simply a solid all-purpose champion who can fit into almost any team at the start. He's easy to gear, simple to level up, and he'll serve as a dependable companion through your early game. And the starter lineup you can put together is honestly a beaut. Rector Drath will keep your team topped off with heals, while Thane brings the debuffs to perfectly support Galek. The skeleton you get from the promo code Ultimate Death Knight helps protect your whole team and adds a lot of stability. After 7 days, you pick up Xenomorph, a Poisoner you'll be using every single day. And to round out the squad, you add Shaman and Jizzo. That's a lineup that won't get boring, and more importantly, it gives you a real edge early on. Don't you wish you already made these steps? Do them now, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. If you've got any questions or additions to the video, drop in a comment. I read them all and reply. And here are 2 more videos I recommend you checking out. See you next time.